What's up, everybody? I'm Buck White with NerdyForLife.com, and today I'm coming to you on behalf of MySneakerSpot.com. Today we're bringing you a legit check for the Nike Air Yeezy 2 Red October shoes. So what we're going to be doing today is taking you through different parts of the shoe and show you how to recognize a real one from a fake one. Alright, so if you buy a pair of Red Octobers, the first thing you're going to see is the box. If it's in the brown box with all those logos on it from Nike, that's the wrong box. It comes in the orange Nike box. Okay, second thing on the box you're going to want to notice is this tag right here. It should say Nike Air Yeezy 2 SP. If it says NRG, it's probably a fake, homie. So when you first open the box, the first thing you're going to see is this canvas bag to hold your shoes in. Now the real version comes with this rough canvas material bag. You can hear me scratch on it. It's a really sturdy material. Most of the fakes have a satin-like bag, which is a little softer and probably will seem like a lot worse quality than this. I mean, I could probably hold like $1 million in cash in this thing. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the shoe. As you can see, I have the Red Octobers right here with me. This is the left shoe. I'm not going to bring out both because it's pointless. They look identical. We're going to use this shoe to pretty much display everything you need to know about it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to take a look at on your Red Octobers when you receive them is the toe box. This nubuck lining right here on the fakes is usually all misplaced and out of shape. You're going to want yours to look just like that. And the main thing you're going to want to look for is it ends early on the fakes. It ends around right here. It needs to come all the way right to this point and meet the midsole. That's very important. Very important. That should be one of the very first things you look for. Most fakes get that wrong. Moving on, after you look at the toe box, the next thing you're going to want to take a look at is the strap right here. When you open this strap, what you will see inside is the Horace bird and 2 knives going across here. Most fakes don't have it, some do, but it looks really shitty. So if you notice that it looks out of whack, it's probably a fake. And if it doesn't have those at all, it's definitely a fake. And just another side note right here is in the middle of the strap, if you take it out, it's probably going to be hard to see on camera, but right there it says Kanye West and Nike. You're going to want to look out for that too. Alright, now we're going to move on to the side panels of the shoe. As you can see, it's got these spikes right here sitting on a canvas-like material. Now, what you're going to want to look for first and foremost is how the spikes look sitting on the canvas, because it shouldn't look like someone stuck them on there and glued them. It's supposed to basically look like someone came from behind and poked the spikes right up through it. They're supposed to have a protruding look to them, if that makes any sense to you. The second thing you're going to want to look at is the canvas material and make sure it's that kind of material. You can kind of see the little threading and stuff in there as you go around. Another thing that's very important is the swoosh itself. It has a prism pattern on it. A lot of the fakes are missing that prism pattern that you see right there. And lastly, what you're going to want to check for is in this area right here where the spikes stop. On a lot of the fakes sometimes, mainly right in here, there will be a few extra spikes that don't belong. So take a look at that closely at ours and then check yours and make sure that there's no extra spikes around this area, because then you probably got fakes, dude. Now on to the lace lock. That is this piece right here. The lace lock is going to have the same spikes made out of the same material that are on the side panels of the shoe. But the most important thing to look for is not on the front. It's actually on the back of the lace lock. It should be made of the same nubuck material as you saw on the toe box, and it will have a Roman numeral number 2 stamped into it. Moving on from the lace lock to the tongue of the shoe. The first thing you'll see here that's obvious is the Horace logo. On the fakes, it sometimes sits a lot higher than it does on these right now, so take a look where it's at. That's where you want your Horace logo to be sitting at. If it's out of place from there, to the left, to the right, too high, too low, then it's most likely a fake. The other thing that you'll notice is right here, there is kind of a mesh kind of fabric behind the Horace logo covering up the top of the tongue. And it has very, very tiny holes, which are pretty much from a distance of more than about, I'd say maybe 3 feet, unnoticeable. On the fakes, it looks like a basketball net. It just looks disgustingly terrible. They're huge, and you'll be able to see the holes from a lot farther away. Now we're taking a journey deep inside of the Red Octobers, way deep inside. This is actually a dead stock pair of shoes. As you can see, it's made of a tumbled kind of leather. These shoes have never been worn, and there's already creases in the sole. That's natural. That's a natural thing. Yours should have that. You see these perforated holes up here. They go all the way through the sole. Make sure that they're going all the way through the sole. On the back of the sole, I'm not sure how noticeable this will be on camera, but there's kind of like a 3M sparkly material on here, and I use the word sparkly for lack of a better term. It kind of looks like glitter, man. What's up with that, Kanye? But on the fakes, it's usually like white specks, and they're not reflective. It literally looks like you're looking up into the night sky right now and just seeing a bunch of twinkling stars. When you take the sole out, you should see all those crazy jumbled up coded letters in there. Last thing you're going to want to look for inside the shoe is the production tag. Now on the production tag, you can't really see it here, and we don't want to bend the shoe up. There will be dates. You're going to want to look for the date of 6/25/2013, which is June, and 9/25/2013, which is September. Most of the real pairs of shoes, well, let's not say most, all of them were made between these dates. And if there's any other deviation of the date on there, then it's most likely a fake. Moving along, we come to the heel of the shoe. Now this heel molding right here, you're going to want to feel it, and it's kind of like a rubbery plastic material. If it feels like it's just hard plastic or just soft rubber, then it's probably a fake. It's kind of like a combination of both, and it's sturdy but kind of soft at the same time. Next thing you're going to want to look for is the spacing on the ridges. If they're not evenly spaced, or some are thicker than the others, then you definitely have yourself a pair of fakes, homie. Moving along to the outsole, that is this part of the shoe and the bottom right here. This is the part of the shoe that glows in the dark. What you're going to want to look for first is the color. It's supposed to be an infrared color. If it looks too pink or too red, then it's off. You can kind of tell what color it is when you compare it to the rest of the shoe. It's a light red, I would say, very light. The difference between these and the fakes, besides coloring, is the glowing. These shoes don't glow for like 2 hours, so if you're in the club and your Yeezys glow all night, you got fakes on, dude. It doesn't last that long. You gotta sit them in front of a light for a while. They charge up, they glow for a little bit, it's over. Okay, so we're going to give you a full 360 view of the Red Octobers and just mention a few other things we didn't mention before. Mainly these gold-plated things right here. I'm not sure what they're called, and I'm not cool enough to know, so we'll just call them the things. They have weight to them. If yours are light and feel plasticky, or even if they feel metal but they're light, they're probably fake. I mean, it's not like they weigh a lot, but you can tell they were made of a quality material. And these same things are actually on the shoe bag, the canvas bag, so check them too. What you're really going to want to notice now is the coloring of the shoe. As you can see, it's not just one shade of red. There are many different shades of red on this shoe. The strap and the heel back here kind of have the same material and coloring. The side panels are almost the same shade as this, but not. The nubuck is very, very different. And then you got the outsoles and all this stuff right here. The midsole is a different color. If your shoes are mostly one color red, you probably got fakes on. I mean, I can count from here at least 4 different shades of red, and that's not including the other shade I see behind the mesh on the tongue of the shoe. Look really closely at that. And there you have it, the Red Octobers, baby. These are legit. If yours look like these, you win. So look at the bottom. Oh yeah. Alright y'all, so that's it for the legit check. Be sure to check out nerdyforlife.com and MySneakerSpot.com for all the latest sneaker news and other news. Make sure that you like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and subscribe to their channel. I'll put a link up over here for my channel. I'll put a link up over here for their channel, and you can click on them and subscribe immediately.